Senator Ossoff, you're recognized for your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Postmaster General, prior to your efforts to implement Delivering for America and move to the Palmetto facility in Georgia, on-time delivery for first-class mail in North Georgia was over 90%, correct?
Not so.
Not so? What was on-time first-class mail delivery in Georgia prior to the changes that you implemented at Palmetto?
So Atlanta was always in the bottom 20% of our service standard across the nation.
And my question is, what percentage of first-class mail?
I don't remember. It's probably in the low 80s. A single-piece first-class mail was definitely in the low 80s.
In the midst of the changes that you implemented mid-spring, that declined to 36%, correct?
We've been through this. Yes, it has.
We've been through this. Well, we're going through it again.
Okay, let's go.
On-time delivery of first-class mail in Metro Atlanta and North Georgia, late spring, was 36%, correct?
That is correct.
You said at the hearing in April that we would be, quote, where we need to be in about 60 days, correct?
I believe so. Yep.
It's been 233 days. Sound right?
That's, I don't
It's been 233 days. On-time delivery of first-class mail in Metro Atlanta and North Georgia is now at 75%, correct? Are we where we need to be?
Where we're going to be for a little bit, yes.
Are we where we need to be?
Where we're going to be.
It's a simple question. Do you believe that 75%
right now,
on-time delivery of mail in North Georgia is where we need to be?
50% of first-class mail in Georgia gets delivered a day in advance. We're in the 75 to low 80s on time, and 90% is the day after. While we're doing our transitions, okay, that's where we're going to be. That's one of the reasons why we have other types of service-related issues that are...
Yeah, my time is limited. Let me assure you that for my constituents in Georgia, the mail being delivered on time, 75% of the time, is not where we need to be. When you said 233 days ago that we would be where we need to be in 60 days.
Yeah.
Delivering for America plan projected positive net income for USPS starting in FY23. Is that right?
That's correct.
In FY23, you had a $6.5 billion loss, correct? In FY24, you had a $9.5 billion loss, correct?
Correct.
You had projected for FY24 a $1.7 billion gain, correct?
I don't remember.
Yeah, that's correct. Would you say that your tenure has been a success?
I would say that the 10-year plan has not reached what the plan said it would be, but I do believe...
Sorry, not your 10-year plan, your tenure. Has your tenure as Postmaster General been a success?
Senator, I know how you feel about me. You've been quite public, okay? So I'm not going to, debate that you think I'm a failure. Fine, I don't.
It's not about how I feel about you,
It
Postmaster General. It's about whether or not seniors in Georgia are receiving prescriptions. It's the stacks of boxes of mail from courts that never arrived to their destination. It's the small businesses who are not able to get products to market and who are, this is my time, Postmaster General. You're here under oath before the U.S. Senate.
I know where I am.
It's small businesses who can't operate. It's death notices not delivered to family members. And you're sitting here trying to explain that 75% on-time delivery is a success. And it's not. It's not about how I feel about you, Postmaster General. It's how my constituents are being served by the United States Postal Service. Let me ask you a question about the Palmetto facility in Georgia. Have there been any deaths in the Palmetto facility in the last year?
Any deaths?
Deaths.
I have a lot of events throughout the course of the year. I don't remember specific. I have a lot of deaths throughout the course of the year. I don't remember specifically Palmetto. No.
How many deaths of personnel on the job would you say you've had nationwide in the last year?
We probably see 10. course of the year.
Well, you had a death in the Palmetto facility last year. Will you provide my office and this committee with all materials relevant to that death?
Absolutely.
When will on-time mail delivery be restored to the level prior to you trying to make these changes for my constituents in Georgia? You said in April we'd be where we need to be in 60 days.
Well, first of all, I disagree with the premise because the service is probably at the level of service where you were before I started these changes, right?
We're not.
Yes, we are.
I've got the numbers in front of me. We're not.
I don't know what numbers you got. But
I've got your on-time delivery statistics.
But
You're not where you were before you tried to make this change in Georgia. You're at 75% on-time delivery in Georgia. So when will you be?
We started, you said the Delivering for America plan. When we started the Delivering for America plan, service in Georgia was terrible. Aspects of the Delivering for America plan brought that service up. We were close to the 90s across the board. That was part of the Delivering for America plan. When we opened the new plant is when we had our issues. Service went down, and we're recovering from it now. And it's part of, when we get to where we want to be, it's going to be part of the whole broad filing that we have with the PRC right now, where some of the service business rules that are 30 years old that should have been changed are affecting how we measure service. So there's a bunch of other things that need to come together to get the service where it is. In all, service in Georgia is within less than 3 days, people get all their mail packages and everything, right? And that will be what, you know, that will be the target, what we're trying to shoot
You
for.
just lowered your targets for next year, correct?
I lowered the targets for next year to put that, what I just said, out into the public, that this is what it's going to look like.
You lowered your targets for next year so you could meet your targets.
So I can make the changes that we need to make to provide a viable United States Postal Service.
Well, Postmaster General, you're not meeting your financial targets. You're hemorrhaging cash when you said you'd be making money. Delivery in Georgia has been abysmal this year. You have not recovered, as you said you would. You need to do better for my constituents in Georgia.